back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Yana, and on this channel we speak about real things, real day-to-day, real life. And if that is something that you're into, please feel free to join the family. Click that notification button so you do not miss an upload. Subscribe, and please comment anytime that you feel that any of these messages resonate with you or that you do like this content. And on that note, we are going to jump right into the video. Today's video is about reshuffling your friends, and it is exactly what it sounds like. You know how you have a deck of cards and you reshuffle them to get the game started again, or you reshuffle them because maybe the first person didn't shuffle them right? That's what we're going to be speaking about today, reshuffling your friends. Okay, so I always like to share a background story of, you know, how it is that I got here, how this topic came about, and why I chose, wanted to share it with you all. So in my life, I had a season where I started to kind of feel resentment towards my friendships. I felt like I was putting so much into my friendships. I was always showing up. I was always supporting. I was always being there. I was always showing love. But I felt like I was not getting this in return. Now, when I sat down to evaluate my friendships, that made me also have to evaluate my relationship with myself. And I think that as adults, young adults, we have brought a lot of people with us in our life, in our journey, out of comfortability, out of history, and we're the age, you get to a point in your life, whatever age you are, early 20s, late 20s, early 30s, whatever, you need to reevaluate and evaluate your friendships and relationships always. And that's going to make you be able to think, am I keeping this person around because of quality, which means that they do also meet your needs as a friend, or over quantity, how long you've known them or the history that you have with this person. It's very smart to do that, because you'll learn and you'll also be able to see that you kind of dragging along relationships that have served their purpose. Their season is long overdue. It's over with. Okay, they just put that for a reason. You brought them into another season, or you trying to make it like that this is a lifetime friend, and it's not. And I had to be honest with myself about myself. When those feelings of resentment start to come up, you need to evaluate the relationship with yourself. How are you being a friend to you? All of these things that may be popping up and feeling like, oh, I'm not getting this from my friendship or my relationship or my partner. What are those things that you're doing for yourself? Are you showing up for yourself? Are you supporting yourself? Are you showing love to yourself? Are you taking time out the day to care for you? So all of these things are important in friendships, but they're also important about the relationship that you have with yourself. So that's the first thing. When you start to realize, like, hey, I need to reevaluate my relationships, or you come to the notion that you don't feel good in your friendships, in your relationship. You feel like you give, and those around you keep taking. Evaluate what you give into yourself. Are you giving enough to yourself? Maybe, and that's not to say that your relationships, your friendships, platonic, romantic, that they are not sucking you dry. Like, it's not to say that. But sometimes the biggest issue is our relationship with ourselves. We aren't giving enough to ourselves and giving to other people, and the energy and the time, the money, the showing up, the support, and we're not even doing that for ourselves. So if that is you, which it was me, I turned inward. I said, what can I do? All these things that I'm saying, like, I feel like I'm not getting from external relationships. What about my own internal relationship with me? So I started to do stuff for me, support me, show up for me. That means keeping promises to yourself, doing stuff for yourself that you said you was going to do. Like, even if it's work or it's personal or that new hobby you wanted to try, or you said you was going to make those brownies from scratch 3 weeks ago. You really didn't keep up with that. It was no intent. You never bought the ingredients when you went to the grocery store. You didn't even put it on your grocery list. It's really about being intentional about your relationship with you, and then being able to identify the relationships around you that may no longer serve you. And I know, like, we've known people for a long time, so it'd be hard for us to let go, because you'd be like, this is my friend, like, I want my friend around. And I'm here to tell you, I don't care how long you've known that person, they are replaceable. That's just what it is. You're replaceable. Know that, okay? And honestly, you haven't even met all of the people that are going to love you properly. And you need to get rid of the old to make room for new, okay? There are new relationships coming. There are new bonds coming. There are new experiences coming. You just have to make room for them. And some people got to go, okay? They gotta go. You can reshuffle the deck as much as you want to, and they keep popping up just to let you know this is not your friend. They haven't been for a while. And you're not being a friend to yourself by continuously allowing them in your life, in your space, to suck you dry of your energy and your resources. But they ain't giving nothing in return, baby. Let them people go, okay? Thank them for what they have done when they were a friend, if they were a friend. If they have not been a friend, thank them anyways. And let them go on their way. It's fine for you to be that person, but be that person over there, not over here, okay? Because we want quality over quantity. And you need to make sure that you keep that in mind. Any relationships that you have right now, that you're pursuing, is this quality over quantity? Do they treat you right? Do they respect you? Do they support you? Do they show you the love that you deserve? Do they pour into you as a friend? If they do not, have a conversation. Make it very clear about what you need met in your friendship, okay, or your relationships. Let them know first and foremost, this coming from a place of love, baby. I love you, so let me let you know how this relationship is making me feel. What we can do to move forward. And as adults, they should be okay with that. It might be a little, awkward, or I won't even say awkward. It would be unfamiliar to some people, because a lot of us don't have that certain training. Well, we had these conversations, but we having them now. So that's what's important. I care enough about our friendship for me to have this conversation with you and let you know that this friendship ain't working. This relationship isn't working for me. My needs are not being met. My friendship needs are not being met. So have that conversation. When you evaluate relationships, it don't always have to be like, this person is cut, you clipped, you out of there. No. You're going to notice as you evaluate your relationships, you have that conversation and let them know what you expect out of a friend from them. Get that ground. When you evaluate these relationships, have that conversation of what your needs or requirements are as a friend. When you set like that foundation of what you expect overall from a friend, then you can also evaluate what type of friend has this person been to you. What is it? Their strong suit in showing up as a friend for you. And maybe that's going to be your type of friend. We're not in middle school anymore. There isn't a one size fits all friend. Like, in middle school and high school, you had your bestie. It was just you and them, and y'all did everything together. Y'all did shopping together. Y'all ate together. Y'all talked about the boys together. Y'all went over career plans together, or, future plans, or we're adults now, and honestly, life be lifing, and adulting is ghetto. Is the worst hood I ever been to. So please be gracious with yourself and with your friends and try to meet them where they are at. Maybe you got one friend that y'all just shop together. Maybe you got one friend y'all like to have new experiences together. Y'all like to go to different museums or try out new places together. That's your experiment friend. Maybe you got one friend that you vent to. Like, this is a person that you trust, show confidant. They vent to you. However you want that friend to show up, you need to make sure that you have the mental and emotional capacity to show up for them in the same way. Stop expecting every friend to meet a certain criteria. It's not a one size fits all. Every friend is going to be different. And as we are growing and we always evolving as human beings, your friends are doing the same thing. So you need to have grace for them with that. And honestly, with the reshuffling your friends, some friends that you maybe been dragging along from knowing them for years, you notice that they are not a good friend. They do not support you. They do not check on you. You don't hear from them till they want something. They don't call you. They not invested in your life. They don't show up when you host things. Maybe that friend needs to be clipped. Okay? And if you can't clip them, and it don't, and clipping don't have to mean that they cut off, like, indefinitely. I don't mess with you. It's bad beef. It's bad blood. It's not. It's just that your time is up. You have served your purpose in my life. I thank you. I thank you for what you've shown me. Thank you for being a friend when you were a friend. And we're just not friends anymore. Our relationship has soured. And let's let it go with grace. And bow out gracefully. That's what I mean. And if you have a friend that you feel like, okay, this friend be a little iffy, okay, reshuffle that deck. Put them at the bottom. They are your lowest priority, okay? They're your lowest priority. And it's not matching energy. We're not going tit for tat. We're adults. We're going to address it. You don't see improvement. You don't see any effort being shown or them showing up in a friendship like you have already explained that you needed them to do based on the foundation of what you want from your friendships, just knock them onto the bottom of the deck. You ain't even got to touch that, okay? That's what I mean about reshuffling friends. So yes, y'all, thank you so much for being here. Sending you much love, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.